Okay, everyone, to continue from where we last were, territory regarding who we're around, what we're being exposed to is incredibly crucial for knowing what to do next. Now, while not everybody steps into a situation expecting to do something after they arrive there, some people just vibe and check out what's going on. There is a sense of control that a person can maintain and be consistent within if they understand what they're around, what they're doing there, or what other people could be doing around them in order to either continue with being there or parting ways. The interesting thing about attacks that involve obfuscation of intentions, tactical obfuscation would be the best way to put this, right? You have a lot of people who are actively not explaining what's going on. Moreover, you have people who are cooperating in this remaining secret for whatever reasons they have. This is important in threat detection to debunk right away. Because, obviously, to me anyway, if you are dealing with a threat, you are dealing with something or someone who is purposely preying on a situation for their own personal gain in a way that would sabotage and actually harm, maybe even damage very severely, irreparably, other people's ability to be autonomous. So this decision that people make to go into a certain situation to create a lack of awareness of where a person is or what is going on is actually a very spiritually likened situation to being trafficked or kidnapped somewhere. It's sort of like the spirit of your attention, if you've paid attention to some of the other videos that I've made, the spirit of your attention being placed on these people is actually being stolen from you because the only reason you're still there is because you're not sure why you're there. You're not sure of what's going on, and naturally your human curiosity is piqued and you say, well, do I just leave now? It's the fear of missing out that people are playing on here. And that is actually how you can get roped into trouble for what it is that goes on. So, for example, if a person is trying to implicate you and you don't understand that you need a psychic shield to protect yourself from an implication, keep in mind, this is not something you did. This is not something that you knew you were doing. This is something somebody else lured you into doing, or perhaps blamed you for without you having a hand in any of the actions necessary to attribute for blame, right? This particular instance profits very well off of people not knowing what's going on. It excels in that kind of confusion as a plot that an attacker would be setting. And I say this because if an attacker is trying to lure you into a trap, they're not going to say, hey, want to join my trap? want to walk right into the trap I set for you? They won't do that. They won't be helpful to you. So what you're actually dealing with a person who is, dealing with you as if you're a target is a lot of hidden information, purposely obfuscated information. Anyone who does this to you is not your friend, let's say. So how do you shield yourself? One, you lie. You lie to the liars. Now, if you don't know who the liars are, you err on the side, second, of caution and omit information. You don't necessarily have to volunteer anything that you wouldn't prefer to be known to have said about yourself in the case that it is held against you, right? But you omit information to protect your real concerns. And third, you agree. You agree with them. You get close to them. You nuzzle up to them like they're your friends. The best way you can, if you're interested in being effective at something that is somewhat deceptive in nature. Because let's be real, To be real with your feelings with people who are preying on you is not something everyone will respond to in a way that benefits you. It can you, it can hurt you. So what you want to do then is either play dumb or agree with them in spirit, meaning that you're reflecting all of their nonsense straight back to them and they never actually know what your intentions are for or with them. Now, that seems really mean to do, right? But the reason why it's not so mean is because your intentions are good and their intentions are not good. So you're fighting a spiritual battle with the tools that they set against you, is what this is. Now, another thing to keep in mind is if you are being tracked by people, you don't want to actually give them anything of value. So if they're perhaps hacking your machines or trying to figure out what you're doing, hassling you with electronics or anything like this, which are very real threats, another psychic shield you can use is actually not including them in any of your digital footprints. Meaning, if you take notes on your phone, don't take them there, write them down. If you take photos of yourself, delete them. Leave no trace of anything they could exploit. Leave no updates for them. It's very similar to if you're being stalked on social media. You don't want to give the social media stalker access to you. So if they get onto your phone and you have difficulty parting with some of the things that are on your phone, relocate them to safe storage, meaning offline storage, a USB drive, something you would have to physically plug in order for them to get to if they tried to access it. And make sure that anything of value to you, meaning your banking information, anything that has to do with your personal assets, is also held furthest at arm's length that it can be from a person who is aggressively attacking your storage to get to it. Now, this is important because at the moment, I could possibly be hacked right now. My camera has not been cooperating at all since I posted the first video. Apparently, someone was sure that something would happen today. They've probably been stalking for some time and felt like following up. So I'm just letting you know, a lot of these glitches are not strictly storage issues. I actually have some storage cleared on my computer, and this is what's going on. I'm still being harassed with technology. Now, keep in mind, I'm calm about this because I already understand what is going to happen to people who do this. I'm not really plussed about it. And that is exactly how you have to be when you are under attack. You have to be calm, collected, and realize that there is nothing that an attacker can ever take from you that would ever be more of value than your life and your ability to rebuild it. So it's very simple. But if you are psychically shielding yourself, it is quite literally mind over matter. It is quite literally deciding that a person means nothing and has no impact in the situation. We'll get into this more. If you'd like to book a class with me, I'll leave my information in the description. If you'd like to check out my merch store and support me for Thanksgiving and buy a few things, maybe for Black Friday, my descriptions are full of links that you can access to do that. And that's for each video, just so you know. And I'm also accepting new clients for my classes. So I have a few openings. Let me know. With respect to some of the more spiritual aspects of my work, there is an opportunity for you to book me for readings. So let me know about this as well. As always, stay safe. Happy holidays. Thanks so much. If you'd like to be especially kind, I do have a Cash App tip jar for especially good service and information. And if I entertained you, think of me. I'm super grateful for you all. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you soon. This has been Tired Goth signing off of the Threat Intel 102 series. Love you guys. Sorry for the lag. I'll try again later, okay? Bye.